Hey, welcome to Morning Motivations with Dan Stratton. I'm going to be talking about investing in people. It's my third part of this, presentation. I think about it a lot. I think about what it means to help people to achieve their goals, to discover their goals and their aspirations, and then take steps to bring those things to pass. And a lot of times people go through life, and if they're very fortunate, they meet a teacher, a coach, a pastor, a parent, a brother, a sister, an uncle, an aunt, somebody who takes a special interest in them. And when it happens, makes all the difference in the world. And I know that in my life, I've had people invest in me that was very unexpected. I've always had somebody take me aside at almost every age and make me feel helped, supported, make me feel a little bit special, like I could do something. And it's important that we are aware that each and every one of us has the ability to make somebody feel special, to make somebody feel like they can do it, like they can really, really accomplish what it is that they want to accomplish. And that's an important point, I think. We don't always want to try to steer somebody in a direction that we think that they should go. Rather, we want to find value and satisfaction, gratification in helping them go where they want to go. As a young man, I had a godmother. My mom and my dad were very supportive of me. My grandmother was. But my godmother in particular went out of her way to just let me know that I was a special little guy. And when I think back, I realized that she was a very young woman at the time and a mother of her own child. When I was 5 or 6 years old, she'd go out of her way to just encourage me, buy me something nice, just to make me feel a little bit like I stood out, like I could do things. And it really gave me a confidence. And as I went through school, different teachers, I remember going to 7th grade, and I was just acclimating to a new school. It was a junior high school. And so I was just trying to fit in. So I was not trying to stand out at all because everybody there was new. And so I was kind of coasting academically. But I was an athlete at the time. And so the principal of this junior high took me aside after the grades came out from the first quarter, and he pulled me into his office. And this was probably not the nicest thing that he could have said to me. I'm just a young 7th grader. And he was the 9th grade varsity basketball coach, and I was a basketball player. And he sat me down and he said, "Dan, you know why I brought you in here?" I said, "No, absolutely not." I said, "I wasn't doing anything wrong. What's going on?" He goes, "Well, you did do something wrong." And I said, "What did I do?" He goes, "You're only getting B's." I said, "If you want to play on my varsity team, when you get to be in 9th grade, you got to get all A's. Because you can get all A's and you're coasting." See, people are watching. People are paying attention. And I didn't really know how to take that because I didn't know that I could get all A's, but he knew. And he knew that if he encouraged me a little bit with a little bit of a stern, kind of a grandfatherly or fatherly approach, that I would make the adjustment. And I did. I then determined that I wanted to play varsity basketball at the 9th grade level for him. And I wanted to be on that team, so I realized I have to get on the A honor roll. And from then on, I made the effort to get on the A honor roll. And I can tell you time after time, whether it was a coach or a teacher, they went out of their way to help me. In fact, when I was about ready to go to college, my English teacher, who had encouraged me to write and had encouraged me to write creatively and short stories and even one-act plays and different things like that. She's the one that sent my football movies, tapes at the time, to Ivy League schools. Wasn't even my football coach. She was the one who went out of her way to send a film of me playing football and, of course, some of my writing and even a film of me singing. And she sent it off to an Ivy League school, which is what got a recruiter to come out from Yale to meet me and encourage me to come. So all along the way, these little acts of kindness, these little acts of encouraging people, investing in people, and paying attention to people and realizing that you can truly make a difference. And I could tell stories about when I was in college, 3 strange men had just decided to take special interests in me. You know, one was a music teacher, a great baritone who taught me. Another one was a business guy. And another one was just there in town who just saw something in me and went out of his way to help me because he knew I was broke. So he gave me a part-time job. And these people became close friends of mine, close mentors of mine, and they began to help me. So it's not a surprise or even a leap for me to want to give back, because at every step, someone was there to encourage me. Someone was there who saw something in me that they wanted to bring out. And I just want to encourage all of you to open your eyes, because I've learned, now that I'm giving back and now that I'm paying attention to try to invest in people, I've learned that you can truly make a difference in someone's life and reap a lot of satisfaction. Now, I'm going to warn you, sometimes you'll identify somebody, you'll start helping them, they'll receive your help initially, and then sometimes the relationship doesn't go exactly the way you want it to go. So protect yourself. You don't give for any other reason than to give. You don't invest for any other reason to invest. This isn't like you're investing money in the stock market and you're looking for a return on investment. This is giving for giving's sake. This is investing in people. The other principle that I use a lot is I don't always know where my investment is going to create the greatest return. So I make sure I don't put all my eggs in one basket. I diversify. If you were thinking about investments, you would say diversify your investment portfolio. So I throw my seed out across the whole field. Right now, I'm working with a leader in the communist nation south of Florida. You can figure that out. And in the 8 years that I've worked with him, he had 1 church at the time. He now has 6 churches. He now has cash flowing businesses. He now has overflow in his main church. He's got air conditioning in it. The whole thing's been renovated. They bought more property. They bought a farm. They're feeding 1,000, 1,200 people. So that's a lot of fruit. Because when we first started, they weren't feeding anybody. When they first started, they were thinking about leaving that nation and just going to the United States and just leaving those people to fend for themselves. So am I going to get a write-up in the paper? Am I going to get dollars back for the dollars I've sent? Absolutely not. But am I getting great gratification? Am I making a difference? I'm for sure making a difference in his life. His daughter's going to med school now. It's exciting to see. It's exciting to see that encouragement keeps people moving, makes people feel supported, makes people stronger, gives people confidence. Another area that I'm sowing seed right now and really helping is in the prison system in Mississippi, and we're just getting warmed up. But that's already growing. It's grown now from one area in northern Mississippi, a place called Parchment, and now it's grown down to the capital of Mississippi, a place called Jackson. And now we are ministering for a full week, 3 times a year, leading leaders, training up chaplains, training up pastoral leaders inside, and helping people at every step of their character development, even helping them with reading and writing, even helping them with other scholastic skill sets, so that when they have the opportunity to go up for parole and move out, they have a better chance of making it, getting a job, and not heading back to jail, not going back to their old skill sets. You got to give them some new skill sets. This is called investing in people. Today I got a phone call from a young man who was part of our church up here in New York City for many, many years. We helped him in a small way, but a consistent way, a strong way. We helped him to go to Bible college. We helped him in every way. Now he's married. He's got a little baby girl who's the same age as my grandson. And so he called, and he wants to reconnect, and he wants to be trained by me in preaching and presenting and doing all these different, I'm happy to do it. Because anybody that comes, that's my concept of when people come, stay available, stay open, stay that. Because what that does for you as the investor, that keeps your skills sharp. That keeps you doing the repetitions that you need to do. And it also keeps you from burnout. Because burnout comes when you put all your eggs in one basket, or you have a protege per se, or somebody that you've invested in speak ugly of you, or leave you, or disregard you, or even attack you or betray you in some way. You'll get burnt out if that happens over and over again. And that'll only hurt you is if you're giving, looking for, or trying to extract a transactional return. You want a relational return. You want to see them grow. Like with my daughter, I'm not expecting $1 return, but I am expecting her to impact as a doctor, as a medical person, as a parent. She's going to impact through my grandson and other children that she might have. And so I'm always looking for different types of relational fruit. And so I could go right down the list. I could go down the list of people that I think about when I wake up. Today, I was on phone calls with lawyers, helping them to solve problems, helping them to serve their clients. I was on phone calls with board of directors, people who are trying to navigate the sale of a company, and I'm investing in them. I'm listening to them. I'm being a sounding board to them. I'm making my resources, my contacts available to them as best I can, like in a very, very generous way. And this is all developed from years and years of just keeping my eyes open, being grateful for everybody that has invested in me. And people are still investing in me. I guess I'm a case that everybody knows I need help in some way, But that's also, if you're looking for somebody to help you, you got to kind of let people know that you're willing to receive help and that you're willing to be grateful for help. I'm grateful every day. I'm grateful when anyone helps in any way. I'm very grateful for the people right now that are helping to serve. We get a lot of phone calls that people are going through situations, sometimes life and death situations, and they're struggling with rent or food, or a relational thing where now they're homeless and living in a shelter. And I can't always handle all the calls. I can't always make that personal step and that investment. But because I've invested in people, they're willing to take their time, their wisdom, their listening ear, and they're willing to pay that forward. So I've multiplied my ability to invest in people. Of course, I pay attention. I want to watch the fruit that remains, the fruit that occurs from all that. It's very fun and it's very beautiful. Can it be heavy at times? This young man who called me, he moved down to Virginia. He's married, he's got a little kid. And he told me that he has decided to be a chaplain. And my heart was like, wow, you're a chaplain. Are you a chaplain on a sports team? Are you a chaplain in a business? He says, no, I'm a chaplain in a hospice, in a hospital. And here, this is a 34-year-old new dad, and he is now handling a lot of the most life and death situations. And at the point of people dying, he's in there ministering. And he's reaching back out because he knows that he's pouring out every single day. And I know that those are some of the, being a pastor myself, are some of the most draining situations, because you're giving and you're giving and you're giving, and a lot of times you just can't make people feel better. You just can't say something that's going to lighten the load in any way, shape, or form, yet you stay there, you stay in the moment with people, and you love people, and you're there through it all. As Scripture teaches us that we weep with those who weep. And so that's a strong commitment this young man is making, and I applaud him for it. And I'm thankful that he appreciated the help that we gave him back when he was going to Bible school, and giving him an opportunity to minister here and sing here at Faith Exchange, and that he's now reaching back out. And I was a little sad when he left, but I wasn't really sad, because I was happy for him. I was happy for him because I was investing in the right way, investing for him to bloom, for him to shine, for him to explore, for him to live his life, and for him to bear fruit. I know that if I'm overbearing when I'm helping people, or I'm helping with the wrong motivations or trying to extract a transactional return, then I'm going to limit the potential of that life and of that person. So I'm going to keep talking about this as I'm led, and I want you to begin to ask questions and maybe even bring in some experiential thoughts, your experiences, some things that you've learned, and share them with me, because I'm always willing to learn. And we do a lot of kind of calls that are discussions. We call them Deeper Life, and it's really all relational. It's about how may we serve you, how may we invest in you, how may we help you. Come join the community of investors. Come join a community where people invest in people's lives. Not just money, but sometimes money. It's really fun. And I'm telling you, you'll find satisfaction and gratification by being served and being helped and being supported, being invested in. But you'll also, if you really, really pay attention, you'll learn what the scripture says, which is it's far better to give than receive. Very powerful. Thanks for tuning in. Yahweh bless you, God bless you, and have a good night. Thanks for joining us on Morning Motivations with Dan Stratton. This was called Investing in People, Part 3.